job, bet I get it done. I said it before, I'm a 101. I just caught some ones, only wearing ones. Fornicate the funds, money made me come. Diamonds on your neck, bet they on your neck. You want that watch, you better rock it tech. You want that chain, you better cop a vest. You want the check, but can you make it stretch? Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me, why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck, country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted, now I'm back up. Keep it real, I do this once a month, I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying car to get tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault. I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me, why you hating on me? It's not adding in the air, pure gasoline. I see the news, see what you read. Change gotta come, put that on me and watch me educate. Yeah, we been, could've started, but it's never late. Do it for my kids, yeah, let's set it straight. Do it for your kids, gotta set it straight. It's time to regulate. We need change now. We need solar, we need EV in the game now. Make it changes so the earth we know can stay around. Make it change cause we had no time for playing around. Let's quit the playing around. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, work as a team. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, we going green.
Like literally, like I don't know what it's called. I have no idea.
It's the plus thing where you know after you beat the game, you can bring all your shit in again. Like start over.
I really beat the game and then I'm done. But you know, I mean, The Witcher is special, so I was just like, oh, okay.
And then, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the next podcast. Hopefully, the audio is fixed for good this time. I see that I am a little loud. I'm peaking in the red, like full bar here. So let me bring it down. I did switch up my microphone amongst other setting changes and stuff like that. So hopefully we don't have to deal with that anymore. And hopefully it just keeps the settings as it is. And we can continue to go. But yes, we are back. We are live. And we need to get into it because a lot of news has passed these last couple of weeks that we haven't been getting, we haven't been able to talk about, and we need to get into it. So let me get into these intros, and I'm going to start with the man. I don't know. It seems like me and him, he might live close to me, but it seems like our interaction tonight, we might butt heads a little bit. I don't know, man. If I had to predict the future, I say it might happen, but of course it is my brother, Crispy Truth. Crispy, what is going on, bro? Bomb! Crispy? Okay. And that was his intro, people. Let's go down on the list. I don't know what's going on, but let's go down on the list, man. Next on the list, man, coming in from the West Coast. He was the first one in our chat room, and he was ready to give me some shit. and I just want to let him know that he hates a certain group of people out there. But we will get into it. It is my brother, Dark Optimus. What's going on, bro?
What's up, man? Happy to be here. Ready to get into the shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. I'm kind of scared what's going on with Crispy. I'm concerned for Crispy right now. I don't know.
Like everybody was concerned about you, huh?
I'm concerned.
Responded.
I'm
never
concerned
responded or nothing.
For my brother Crispy, and I don't know what's going on, man. But
just said F the podcast. Like
he said,
did.
"Fuck you all. Fuck this shit. I'm out." Oh damn! Has it been 5 minutes yet? Hopefully it has.
Nope.
It really hasn't.
Hold on, with the starting soon, I think it has. With the starting soon and the music before time, I think we're well into it. But
I don't know.
let's see. Next on the list.
Demonetized, by the way, but it's just me.
I didn't hear that, and I probably am a happier person
Good.
for it.
Yeah,
Yo, next on the list, coming live from the 405, and he's just trying to talk to the intelligent gamers out there, which is why he talks to me a lot on this show. It is K Mega 405. What is up, K Mega?
I talk to you on the show, but I do not talk to you in person. Anyway,
that tells you a lot.
Anyway, no, it's good to be back. A lot of people was concerned. They were like, "What happened to Bot?"
I can't believe this is a thing, man.
It was. I was like, I think maybe he's taking a break. I mean, hell, he's been doing this show for 8 years, and I've been doing it with him. I think we both need to take a hiatus.
His cheek.
That's why K Mega's counting, because he was right here with me. That's why he was.
Yeah, I've been counting like if he's gonna take a break, I'm cool because I'm gonna take that break with him. So listen, there's games to play. There's ass to tap. There's all types of things to do when I'm not doing the podcast. So anyway, regardless of the fact, but we're back. So you know what I'm saying. So they no pants off dance off for tonight. But that's okay. That's okay. Good to be back. And then I gotta be dealing with some of these yahoos tomorrow night on GRG.
Oh goodness.
Anyway,
yeah.
Good to be here. As usual, glad you're back. Glad you got your audio fixed. And so let's get started, man.
Yeah, I got something fixed, huh? Yeah, that's weird. I don't even know, man. Dude, you know me. Every once in a while, I'm not like around Twitter for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is.
Right, yeah. I thought you found a woman. I was like, let's go. I was like,
I'm surprised anybody in the DM noticed I was gone, because you guys are hardly in there anyway. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, he ain't wrong.
Whoa. Oh man.
I thought I might be able to slip under the radar there, but I guess not.
Man.
As long as I post random shit in there daily, they know I'm fine, man. As soon as I stop doing that, they're like, "Yo, where the fuck did he go?"
That's when we notice, right?
It's like nobody posted some articles I'm not gonna read. Like, what the fuck's going on? But yeah, it's good to be back, man. It's good to be back, and I don't feel as free now because like I'm using like the actual more professional heads, like the microphone that's not a headset, so I can't just spin around in my chair and stuff, man. I don't know. I gotta get used to this, bro.
You spin around with something else.
No. Yo, who did the giggity? Hopefully that was you, Brett. Okay.
That was such good timing.
Yo, that was insane. And speaking of devil, man, I gotta bring him in here. Of course, he is from the Lone Star State. We strained that out last time we were on the show, but my brother Predator is here. What is up, Pred?
I don't know what happened last time we were on the show because it's been so long since we had one. And then also to your point, talking about no one being in chat, because there's been times we put shit in chat and your ass didn't comment on it until the day of the show. So let's not act like we're not in there. Your ass ain't in there.
That's not true. That's not true.
That is true. That is true.
That is not true.
I don't remember Trent posting that. I'm like, bitch, I posted that 3 days ago.
Why the fuck you lying?
Yeah.
I posted it 3 days ago.
You ever think of the fact that like I look up like topics and news and stuff like that for this show every day, and maybe the articles that you put in there I've already read?
No.
No, you never thought about that?
And,
maybe think about that.
You know what?
Maybe.
we can tell by the topics
last
tonight
week,
that you're going to be reading.
with 15 minutes
There was
before.
a time I was like, hey, I ain't going to be on the show today. I post that shit 4 days in advance.
Right?
And show starts. I didn't know Craig wasn't going to be here today.
Yeah.
All right.
That
All
happens
right. He's full.
all the time.
All right. Everybody focus on that one example. Let that chew that in there.
You did that one mega. I have the screenshot.
Anyway, guys, I gotta finish the intro here. Do you want to talk about these topics or nah, man? I don't know.
We
yo.
can spend a whole show talking about you and your shenanigans.
Right. I'd rather do that. Like, bots roast. Is that what we're doing?
Oh my goodness, yo, guys.
People wondering, nigga, you've been knowing him longer than anything. I said, man, I saw his punk ass at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I was getting ready to go to bed. He was getting ready to start gaming. I'm like, he's fine. He's good.
Yeah, I definitely game weird. I game at weird times compared to you guys. I don't think we really hook up at the same time, like playing games a lot. Yeah. But yo, check this out. Next on the list, this man right here, the money he got from his first paperboy job, he put down to crowdfund Atari itself. It is Sir X-Man. Sir X-Man, what is going on, bro?
What the fuck was that? Excuse me, President Biden. You shouldn't have gave him that pardon to get him out of jail.
Don't you
now,
dare.
Now you released him back on YouTube and he's causing nothing but drama. I think you need to rescind that pardon for Xbox and bring him back.
What?
Let's go.
Dude, I don't even know what you're asking for, man. I have no idea.
I didn't know. I didn't know where this was going, but
He's saying you're senile.
I didn't know where this was going. I did not know where this was going.
Well, I thought he was calling me Biden, so like I kind of thought you were saying I was senile from the beginning.
No, I was saying Biden gave you that pardon to get out of jail for 2 weeks. So that's why you back on the show, man.
That's true. That's true. And all I had to do,
and he need to rescind it.
all I had to do in return was hold some classified documents. I have them right here next to me, and I am out for 2 weeks. So yeah.
He's like, what's that you know Biden's house?
Guys, let's get in.
So now we know what really happened. Your ass was the dude that
I was supposed to.
Hey,
he
man,
was the one that was messing with the Pelosi's.
I'm just doing what they're paying me for, bro. I'm just doing what they're paying me for.
I thought I let everybody know.
Man.
He's
And
rich now,
you didn't
people.
even tell your boy came mega first, man. That's what's so messed up about it.
Listen, Sir X-Man, stop trying to kiss K-Mega's ass, all right? And throw me under the bus real quick, all
He does it
right?
all the time on GRG.
Oh, my goodness.
Just let him. You know?
We're getting into a different realm of the spectrum right now.
Yo, shout out to my brother RG Viper, who has been a member for over a year, 14 months. He has been a member of this channel. He says, welcome back, Xbot448. Let's have a great show. Bro, I'm trying. I am trying, but we got Sir X-Man kissing K-Meg's ass over here, and I'm just trying to get into the topics, man. That's all I'm trying to do.
I was about to say, is this a podcast or a circle jerk?
Yo, I'm saying. Yo, let's get into it.
Got a lot of nerve.
Guys, after Xbox's show, there's been a lot of good, around Xbox in terms of what they showed. Shadow dropping a game that was really kind of like highly accepted out there with the community as well. It's a game that I'm still playing in between playing NBA, but there was a lot of good stuff there. With that, there was I had a question when it came to the developer direct, because every single game on there got a release date except for one. And the one game, and this is unfortunate, the one game that didn't get a release date, of course, is my most anticipated game, being Forza
26,
Motorsport.
Confirmed.
I was
So-
laughing so hard.
I'm laughing now because it's so funny.
Yeah, because of the joke, right? Because everything, even my son laughed at me, dude. I'm not even playing. I'm not even playing, man. But
Good. You know?
K-Mega, I know you watched the show. Dude, it was a lot of fun. Dude, I gotta ask you, What's going on with Forza though? Because like that's the sore thumb that's sticking out of that show, at least for me. Every other game got a date to it, except for this one, man. What do you think's going on? Do you think this is something we might see kind of going into like the holiday of this year? Maybe it gets out of that window that they were talking about for these games to be released. What are your thoughts, bro?
Nah, bro, that joint ain't coming out until 2026, man, because it's going to be the best racing game ever made in the history of racers. They got to let it bake, man. That's what's happening. So, I mean, you know, we got plenty on the docket until 2026, 2027. So it's all right. Yeah. Anyway, no, I just think that they are they're probably looking and assessing their timeline of the games that they're going to be dropping in the first quarter of this year. And if you remember, like, I mean, okay, we got Redfall, we got Minecraft, and what a lot of people may not be putting in consideration because it might not be their particular type of game, but ESO is going to be huge. It caught my attention so much so that I called my homeboy, who is a diehard ESO player. That's all he plays now. That's everything. He's played Skyrim and then lost his mind, and then he saw ESO, and he's not played anything else except for that for the last, I would say, 7 years. So
yeah, ESO is like Skyrim on speed, bro. Like,
right. So he's lost in it, right? So I told him that, you know, every time I go over to his house, he's always like, oh man, you know, watch me play. And I'm like, man, this thing looks old, it's dry, it's dusty, look like, you know, Larry Holmes, flabby and sick, man. I'm tired of watching this, man. Come on. And then they showed the update, and I'm like, oh, so they actually are going to give some updates to where it looks strong graphically. So I'm going to go ahead and might give a chance for it, because when I told him that, he got really, really excited. So if you think about that game ESO on top of you got Starfield that's going to be dropping, and then Redfall, and then of course High on Life, and then which is absolutely fantastic. I can't even that threw me off of how great this game is. And then of course Minecraft Legends, which I'm not really into Minecraft, but I know the appeal of that game. If you think about all these titles except for maybe Hi-Fi Rush, which is a game that you can go back and play if you want to, but 9 times out of 10, a lot of people, after they beat it, they're done with it. All the rest of these games are games that is continuous, and Starfield is going to be such a big, huge game. This might be a game that takes people the whole year before they get done with, actually complete with it, if they are completionists. So with Forza, it's in that same category with Minecraft and with Redfall. You might want to kind of hold off and put that in the second half of the year, probably around September, October. I don't see it coming out in November, because I really do think that Xbox is going to have a surprise for us coming out at the end of the year, and it's not going to be
Hellblade 2.
We already know about that. So it could be Hellblade 2. It could be.
Dude, remember what I was saying about that rumor? I was trying to tell people Hellblade 2 is coming out in 2023, and like people tried to laugh, yo.
Yeah, no, and I think that could be Stalkers. I think it's got a potential to come out this year as well. So they probably looking at it as like, yeah, we would like to put it here, but if we put it in between, one of these titles that people keep continuing to play, and it especially hits. Let's just say that Redfall is a hit, if people are on it heavily, and then you put Motorsport right there, that would be fine. But then you got Starfield right there, and then you got ESO right there. So you're pulling away from Forza, and I really think that they want to show that Forza Motorsport is a set piece to kind of let people show see the true power of the Series X. So that's why I don't think it's definitely going to come out in the first part. I think that's the reason why they just holding off the date, so they can maneuver games.
All right, now check this out. Strategy. Check this out, Mega, because you said that you feel like it's going to drop later, like September or something like that. So there's two things. There's two things about this whole thing, and you know me, man. I love Forza Motorsport. I think Turn 10 is one of like it is the premier kind of like racing developer out there. But with with Xbox coming out and stating that, you know, the showcase is for, you know, the games that are supposedly coming out within that window, if they're showing this game and if they're planning on releasing this game past that window, I think they should have said something then at that point in time.
I think then what you're doing is that you're nitpicking. I think because listen,
delays
delays happen and strategies happen. Like, look, we don't.
But they told me it's coming out, but then they're being smoke and mirror about it by just putting 2023 at that point in time. I'm just asking them to be honest with the consumer. That's all.
Well, they did. They didn't show a date. So again, so let me get this right. So if they showed a date and then they decided that game was not going to come out on that date, what would you say then?
I'd be like, oh, that sucks. Okay.
Okay, so I mean,
not everyone would though.
But that's not what I'm not complaining about whether or not like it's coming out. I'm complaining about whether or not if you said that they're already saying, hey, no, we're gonna drop that later. Then they should state that, because they also stated that this is one of the games that's going to drop within this window. So when they know it's not going to drop in that window is when they share to the consumer.
We're assuming, Bot. Like, I'm assuming that it's going to come out in September or whatever, but they could still drop it in the first quarter of the year.
It's a little awkward. Then they wouldn't have a date for it.
No, because I think I think part of their strategy behind it is because of some of the games that I'm saying. And on top of that, the games that's going to be dropping on Game Pass that we don't know about, as well as the games that we do know about.
Every other game on the show had a date to it. So don't tell me it's not awkward that there's only one game that doesn't have a date, and it's Forza.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
What I want to know is hypothetically, because there's no date and it says 2023.
Invader!
If Forza Motorsport is released right before, kind of like Horizon 5 and Infinite, Hellblade 2, are you going to be mad? I mean, I almost feel like they want to be like, you know what? This is what we're capable of. Here you go.
Okay, well, the thing is, you're putting this on me, but you're not putting out the fact. Hold on. Can I finish? Well, you said, are you going to do this? Are you going to accept this? Are you going to? And my whole thing is, you guys are negating the fact that they already stated that this show was for the games coming in within that window. All right? So I feel it's a little awkward that they're only putting the year on that at the end when they put a date on every other game.
Hypothetically. And of course you did.
Okay, so let me ask you this question, because I mean, personally, I think, this is my last point on this. I think this is a you problem. I don't think this is a whole bunch of everybody problem. I think the people that were complaining about it, they're over it already. I think that, and this is your first time talking about, because you've been gone for a couple of weeks, but I think that the thing overall is this. What if they decide to drop Forza on the day of E3? And that would be considered a little bit out of the first quarter. I mean, what if that happens?
All right. Well, if something like that happens, I can see kind of like the hushness again, because it would be another shadow drop for like a big show or whatnot. So I will keep it open when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? But I am stating that it is odd. Like, it is an oddity that when this show came out, every single other game got a date to it. One even dropped that exact day. And the only game that didn't get a date was Forza Motorsport. So I'm going to ask about that.
Did we know about High Five Rush? I didn't know anything about High Five Rush.
No. Okay. And they dropped that shit that same day. They're like, oh, here's what this game is, and guess what? You can play it. Yeah, that was fire, by the way. But I don't know. Yo, Pred, what do you think, man? Like, I'm looking at this, and to me, it's out of place, man. And I've been waiting for this game as well, so.
Yeah, I mean 2026, man. So release it. We're gonna get a Forza Horizon. We're gonna get another. Might get maybe two Forza Horizons in between there. Between the time we see Forza Motorsport. So
betrayal.
No, but for real, like I still think they're gonna drop it this year. But it's like And, you know, go back to one of the conversations we had a while back, and you told me I was full of shit. And I was like, you know, when you have a game that's ready to go, and you have other games that you are anticipating releasing, they may start getting to the point, especially with the amount of games they have underneath their umbrella, or should have underneath their umbrella soon. They can pick and choose when they decide to drop a game. You know, so they may be anticipating, okay, we have it ready on E3 date.
They already picked, though.
No, they didn't pick a date. When did they pick
They picked a window. They picked a window.
What was the window?
I think they have until June. They have until E3.
You said you think.
No, they have until E3.
So now you know they have until E3.
Yeah. I had to exercise my brain a little bit. It got pumping.
Where was that posted at?
What happened? It's what they said.
Where was that?
It's what they said before this. It's what they said before the start of the show. They said that these are the games that were coming out in the first half of 2023.
The first half ain't over yet. They could have a whole fucking spill up, run up.
Why do you think I gave them till June? It's 6 months from January, bro. That's half a year.
January. Well, okay, you mean tell me they can't throw some shit together in the next fucking 4 months to get Forza ready? Like you're jumping the gun right now. Like,
okay.
It makes sense.
Okay, I'll take the jump the gun part. I'll take that.
Now after June, then you can talk. But like we still in that window. We are still in the window. There's like, you know, there's still a chance. You know
okay, but it's not weird that they didn't put a date on that game, but every other one.
Well, I mean, again, they're probably polishing it. I mean, like it's one of those situations where they probably have a date in mind, but they don't want to release that yet because they want to do a full run up for that game, just like you're gonna do for Starfield. They got
to make sure that continuous content is ready for that game as a service. That's why. That's why they didn't put a date on it yet.
Yeah, I mean that, or like, you know, maybe the shit just ain't ready yet, you know. But like when they drop it, I mean, like that could happen. I'll tell you what. I'll write Aaron. Me and him are cool now. We're on Twitter together, and not Twitter, on Instagram. We're friends on Instagram now. I'll write Aaron. I'll ask him that question for you. How about that?
Yeah, you do that.
And I'll see if he, you know, because we're foodies, so we always talk about food. We don't talk about Xbox shit. But I'll be like, Aaron, what's up, bro?
Well,
what's good? You know. So, and I'm legit when I say that. I really do have his. We do talk on Instagram a lot, but it's about food shit. It's like legit about food shit. But like, I've never come up to him with the Xbox bullshit. I always talk about food. But I ain't gonna answer that question, just so you know. But I mean, I think you're jumping the gun. I think like they could probably, like, they still have time. Like they could do something in February, March, like between now. The E3 is like what, in June, right?
Yeah. And
so like K Mega said, they could be like, hey, we're dropping the game June 3rd. We're gonna announce or whatever, like maybe a week after E3. And usually now, and again, I thought this was the game they're gonna drop the demo for. Like usually they're like, oh, here's E3. Here's the demo. It's available now, right? Because they've done it with Forza before in the past. They dropped the demo day and date right there for E3. You can go download the shit the day of E3, whatever. So, and the game might release slightly after that. But I don't think they'll do a shadow drop for that game because, you know, the pre-orders for that game and the amount of people who bought that game early last year, they actually bought it like outright, got it 2 weeks early or whatever it was a lot. That game sold like crazy, and it was in Game Pass.
Yeah.
So I don't think they would do that because that's just money coming out of their pocket. I don't think they shadow drop something they can have pre-orders for it and sell it early for, you know, the $100 or whatever extra, whatever the fuck they're gonna get off of it. So like, I don't think they'll do a shadow drop for that game. If anything, they'll do a shadow drop demo. And I think they have time. So I wouldn't like, dude. It's we're in February. Like we got plenty of time for it. Don't you know, get your fucking.
You guys are
panties twisted right now.
You guys are so nice, and understanding.
I mean, we still. Fuck. 2025 is a long ways away, man. So don't get all bent out of shape right now.
Wow. Wow.
They got plenty of time. They got plenty of time to drop this game between now and 2026, 2027.
All right, now check this out, real quick. I got to give a shout out to Face 23 Brooklyn, New York, for hitting up the super chat. Yes, people, the super chat does indeed work. He did hit it up twice. So let me get here and get over to reading here. He said, CMA says Microsoft internal documents admit that putting games on Game Pass leads to sales cannibalization. But Phil Spencer has told the public Xbox Game Pass leads to more sales, lies of P. Now, Face, I'm always down to read an article like that. So you do follow me on Twitter. Go ahead and send that link to me on Twitter so this way I can read exactly what's going on with that. And shout out to him again. Thank you for the support, brother. He says Microsoft right now has more studios, IPs, money, and resources than both Sony and Nintendo, and they still can't compete. Microsoft is suffering from bad leadership and mismanagement. And the only thing I would say to that is they have all these games, IP studios and stuff like that. They're all working on stuff, and they're just starting to come out this year, bro. And you're automatically saying, well, it's a complete failure. Now, I know, brother, I know that you are a PlayStation fan and that you do, in fact, like you dislike Xbox. So if you want them to fail and stuff like that, that's completely on you. But saying that this is a complete failure already when they're just starting to release these games now seems a little premature, sir. I'm just saying.
You can't say they can't compete when they're trying to compete and they're being blocked by CMA and other people like that.
Well, he's saying that they already have more studios, IPs and stuff than both Nintendo and Sony combined, and they're not competing with what they already have. And I'm like, well, they didn't really come out with anything yet. They were working on games, like
right.
So they're coming out this year. They're starting to roll out this year. I think it's a little, but again, and
But when did they first start getting this? The question should be is when did they first get the studios? That was back in 2018. That was only 5 years ago. How long was the development for The Last of Us 2? How long was the development for God of War, for the first God of War? For games like that, if this is where you're saying that there's mismanagement and you think that Xbox should be dropping games of that magnitude or that caliber, you got to also put in the equation that it's only been 5 years since they've picked up these studios. I mean, just recently they picked up Bethesda. What was it, 2 years ago? So. I mean,
he wants it to look bad, bro. He wants it to look bad. You know
well, no, but I'm just saying you can't 1 minute say it's okay, let them cook, and then the next minute say, well, they're not cooking fast enough. You know what I mean? So it's kind of crazy. Crazy.
So there you go with that one. Let's see. Yo, Dark, am I jumping the gun here when it comes to more Forza Motorsport? I'm gonna try to run through here so this way we can get into the bigger topics, man. Am I jumping the gun here, bro?
I see where you're coming from, though, Bod. Because of the fact that they did announce last year, these are the things that are coming within the next 12 months, right?
Yeah, last E3 they did that.
They said. And they showed
Forza
Motorsport, right?
Yes.
So I can see where your concern is, because they didn't give a date. But I think we still got some time yet. We're still in February, but I don't know, man. I don't see. I could see Forza probably coming out during the holiday season because that's usually when it usually thrives the most, right? But I think Microsoft has their other games that they have coming down the pipeline that are going to be not necessarily the filler for that, but you know what I'm saying, like the meat and potatoes, of
those damn meat and potatoes,
right? Of what Xbox is trying to bring out for their customers and everything. So I don't think there's too much concern. I get where you're coming from because you've seen it already and you want that game so bad that you're you're like concerned about if it's gonna come within this year or not. I don't think you should worry too much. I think it's gonna come this year. We just don't know when it's gonna come this year.
Dude, there was
more than likely holiday. But.
There was one more thing I didn't like in the presentation for Forza Motorsport as well, and I think it's a verbal slip up. I hope. Otherwise, I feel like they tried to pull a Gran Turismo. When they were talking about the Kalami. The Kalami track, and they said how the name on the track makes an impact every time you see it with its global illumination ray tracing and how like the rays collect color as they bounce. But the thing is, global illumination is only in replays. on Forza Motorsport. Like the ray tracing that you're getting, it's not global illumination when you're in game playing it, and little things like that. I'm surprised nobody actually pointed it out. But little things like that, people will be like, "Well, he lied right there because that's only in replays." You know what I'm saying? Just little things like that. I was like, guys, you could have done a better job, man.
I mean, there's little things, dude, but every game has little things, right? That just irk us about it, right? There's just something in a game that makes us be like, they could have done better with that. So I think your concern is just it is warranted at a certain extent, but as of right now, we're still in the early, 2023 stage. So I wouldn't be really concerned until about maybe
I would've
around almost June.
I would have been.
Then I would be like, okay, when is this game coming?
I would have been a lot more comfortable if they gave a date. But Sir X-Man, am I overdoing it here with my concern and what's going on and why I didn't get a date for Forza Motorsport?
Hey, your opinion is your opinion, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
How you feel about it? All I know is I want Forza to come out before Starfield.
I would like that too. Me personally.
I'm not sweating Starfield like that. That's a game I can get to and I'm ready. But Forza,
yeah, because it's going to take your life away once you start playing it, sir.
Forza will take your life away when you start playing.
That is true. It's done it with me before.
So I'd rather that come out. They still got problem with Starfield, I hear. Even though some people say it's looking good, that's all I hear, it's looking good. But Forza pretty much said in their conference, they're pretty much ready to go. So that's why I think Forza's going to come out before Starfield. And Starfield might be the one that comes out in the fall, early fall.
Ooh.
That's just my opinion. I'm done.
Okay. All right. Yo, Crispy!
Yeah.
Crispy! Bro, am I overreacting here? What's going on?
I mean, do you want them to polish it or not?
I mean, the thing is, if it fell out of that window, I just want them to tell me. You see what I'm saying? That's all. Just tell me.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but also, I mean, it's a showcase. It's not like a, cut and dry, like, we have to do this. They may come out and say, we screwed up, and it's going to be released at the end of this year. And they might do that at some point. And that'll be news. Everybody will be talking about it. Like, dude, you got to realize, like, they're going after... They're still not average. Like, I've seen a few Redfall ads. I've seen a few things. Nothing about Starfield. What is going on with Starfield?
It's going to have... Well, yeah, it's going to have its own show. See, they covered that for me.
But it's like... So is it going to come after Redfall? Because they've been advertising Redfall. So now we're in a realm where...
I can't wait for Redfall.
Where does Forza lie? So, your Hellblade... So it's either Hellblade or it's Starfield. And then Forza is going to be somewhere... You know what? If they shadow drop it, I wouldn't be surprised.
All right, I'm gonna go... Crispy, for you, because of your kind of like your toss up between Starfield and Hellblade, I'm just gonna go out on a limb and I'm just gonna say dead ass that Hellblade 2 is coming out the end of this year. All right, so this way you don't have to have that like I'll just say it's coming out the end of this year. So go with it like what I just said is absolute truth. All right, so this way you don't have to bounce it up there with Starfield and Hellblade, okay?
So you're saying Starfield?
I'm saying Hellblade will be out, around the holidays. of this year. So Starfield should be out before that.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem we're thinking about, okay? And we're actually conversating very well. Thank God, Pod. I was worried that you're going to be an asshole to me, but I love you.
We're on live right now. I gotta seem like a nice guy. I gotta seem like a nice guy.
Yeah, of course. Busting my chops like half the time.
Dude, you're part of the family, bro. So shut the fuck up.
I'm just saying. Like, think of it this way: you have Starfield, Forza, you have Redfall, and you're saying Hellblade.
Whew, that's beautiful.
I'm just saying.
That's beautiful.
Like that's nice.
Yeah,
that's what we call ridiculous butts, and they're all like they're kind of all different genres, which is really cool. And you got it like you could say Starfield and Redfall have similarities, but they don't. They are one's multiplayer, one's single player. You know what I mean? One's an RPG fully on. One has, like community elements involved. I'm sure that's going to be a part of what they do. You have Forza. Forza is a full on, basically you're going to put GT7 versus Forza. That's what you're going to do. So then you have Hellblade, which is a single player, third person, story driven game.
Holy shit!
That is all it is. Okay? Which we don't see a lot, and we've been calling Xbox out on that. Okay? Because, you know what? You have the capability. Why not do it? All right? And I've called PlayStation out about, give me some multiplayer, and I might buy your thing. Like, I get it, dude. Like, it's a plastic box, and I understand, like, brand loyalty and all that, but at the same time, I just blocked some like diehard crazy Xbox dude who decided to say some dumb shit today. Okay, and I just blocked him because I'm like, dude, like, you're an idiot. Like, you're calling me out for dumb shit, and that's the point. Like, dude, we're talking about games here. I mean, come on, you know what I mean? So if that's the lineup, if that actually happens this year, that is one of the greatest gaming lineups I've ever seen in my life. And I get it in Game Pass. What in the God's name? Are you kidding me? I pay $15 a month and I get all those games within a year? Add them up at full price at your $70 premium. Get the fuck out of here, dude. I'll pay the Game Pass price, bro. I'm good with that. That is it.
I got you, bro. And real quick, I want to shout out Face23 again. Yo, Face, brother. I was checking my Twitter. I see you kind of like talking to K-Mega and everything about Insomniac putting out different variations of the same game that they started with. But, dude, you never shared that article I asked you to share about, basically the whole cannibalism, sales cannibalism thing when it comes to Game Pass. So, bro, definitely, send that to me on Twitter. I wanna read that, man. For some rhyme or reason, you didn't share it. You didn't, throw it over to me, man. I don't know. Let's see. Who do we have left on here? I think we're good to move to the next topic, guys. That's amazing. I'm excited. Guys, let's go into the world of Harry Potter. All right, because again, we haven't been on here for a couple weeks, and there's this whole drama going on about one little wizard game, man. It's crazy. People are like grabbing torches and pitchforks and going over to the house of somebody who bought the game to it's insane what's going on here over a video game, and the thing about it is the creator of this universe had, some not nice things to say about certain groups of people out there in the world, and people wanted a boycott of this video game, which, me personally, I can't really understand that, because they're talking about not supporting the creator of this universe, but when you look at it, what's her name again, Dark?
J.K. Rowling.
J.K. Rowling. Okay, when you look at J.K. Rowling's already a millionaire, like 100 times over. Like, the damage is already done. Like, she's already a success. There's nothing you could do to change that. Now, when you look at the people who worked on this game, on the other hand, the developers that, you know, they got this license for this game and they wanted to make the best game that they can when it came to this license, those are the people that you are actually affecting if you do a successful boycott of this game, which I really would never understand why anybody would go after the developers when it comes to this. So let's go to Pred on this one first. Pred, dude.
Shit, me first. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
I know. It's like get somebody who played the game bot. No, I'm just playing.
No. It's good. You came to me because I.
No, Pred. I want to know what you think about the whole drama here. Now, you heard my side of the story. I'm like, the person that they're trying to affect here is already filthy ass rich. All right, and I'm not sure when it comes to royalties what she would be getting from this. She would be getting something definitely, but I'm not sure exactly what.
It depends on the contract.
Yeah, but
anytime you probably spit the name Harry Potter, she's probably getting some money out of it. So.
In my opinion, if you do boycott this game, you are actually you're affecting the developers more than anybody else when it comes to it. The people who put all their time and effort into this, you know what I'm saying, as their job. You know, they put their heart and soul into this to try to make this a great game. And people are out there saying boycott it because of Rowling. And the people are like, yo, what about us, man? You know what I'm saying? We put all this work in. Dude, what do you think about the whole situation and how it all unfolded? And I don't think there was a successful boycott, by the way. I think people bought the game, so.
These boycotts are never successful. Like,
never.
It's like, you know, he tells people, I'm not buying Call of Duty this year, and they fucking end up buying it anyway.
Yeah, they do that every year, too, man.
It's in my hands. I've done it. Like,
this one looks like trash. I guess I'll buy
it. Like, you know, they got a girl that they made. I'm not buying this. Like, and they can buy it anyway. They see people starting to play it and enjoying it, or their friends get it. It's like, dude, buy the game, or someone buys it for them. They play it and fucking love it. So shut up with that bullshit. So yeah, that boycott didn't work. Obviously, I think it's sold well the first couple of days it's been out anyway. So shut up. And then like the whole J.K. Rowling thing, like, okay, you know, let me try to be politically correct. I don't really give a fuck about, you know, like your people's gender, race, like how they feel about all that shit. Like, I mean, I don't think that way. I've never been raised to think that way. I always think that you're an individual, and if you don't like something, you don't have to like it. That doesn't mean I don't have to like it too. You know, like if I have a different opinion than you on a certain topic, I'm allowed to have that opinion, right? And that's just something we should be learning, just dealing with dumbasses on the internet all the damn time. Like, but like, just because you don't like something doesn't mean, don't force me to not like it because you don't. And that's, you know, like, whether you're, just because you're transgender, gay, you're into the LBG community, that doesn't mean everybody else has to be. Like, some people just have strong, like, some people don't date black people. Some people don't fucking date white people. Some people don't like fucking the Cowboys. That doesn't, I'm not going to boycott everybody because of that shit. Like, make a big stink about it. It's okay that we have different opinions on certain things. It's when you become the extreme motherfucker and start doing wild, stupid shit, like writing the developer of a game and telling people you're going to kill them and murder them because they let some chick do something, or, you know, act on this game, like we've seen it. Like, so it's like that's extreme. Like, it's okay if you don't like something, but I don't agree with people being extreme haters on certain things, whether threatening people and, you know, like, going to extensive lengths to do stupid shit. Like, but it's your opinion, and it shouldn't be. Someone shouldn't force feed their opinion of their lifestyle onto you, and that's why I have a problem with the way society's changed in the past several years. Like, it's okay for me to not like or not agree with something, and that's my opinion. Don't force me to change my opinion because you think I'm supposed to. I don't have to like it. It's okay with that. I'm okay with that. So, with this game in particular, like, who gives a shit? People are enjoying it. It looks like a great game. I'm just not into that. I've never been into that world. I've never been a Harry Potter fan. I've watched a couple of the movies, like the first 3 or 4 of them, and I just kind of like we were talking behind the sines.
Oh, see, I watched all of them. I did see all the movies.
Yeah, we were talking behind the scenes, and like I didn't know that was part of the Harry Potter universe. Like I'm not into it. So like there's people who aren't in Lord of the Rings. There's people who aren't in Game of Thrones. There's people who aren't in the Yellowstone. It's okay if you don't like something. That's just not your bag. So when we were talking behind the scenes about some of the stuff going on with the game, but like I don't know how much of the game follows the actual books and the stories, or if it's some made-up universe. And here's one. I'll give an example. Jedi Fallen Order is coming out here this year, right? If you're not a Star Wars fan, you're probably not going to pick that game up. And that's okay. You don't know shit about the Star Wars universe. So you might not be able to follow the game. But that doesn't mean it's a bad game. That doesn't mean you shouldn't try it out, buy it, or check it out. Or maybe you don't like fucking LucasArts, whatever. But like that doesn't make the game a shitty game. So with Harry Potter, you're talking about the royalties and stuff like that. That woman is gonna get her money. She probably got that shit up front already.
I mean, but she's gonna be getting royalties for her movies and shit like that for like ever now anyway. Ever. It's not really you're not doing anything to her.
Yeah, you ain't hurting her at all. Like, you're hurting the developers. Trust me, that woman is getting paid. And she's probably already got paid. That's
why she's saying the shit that she's saying, because she knows like, no matter what, I'm getting money, yo. Like,
yeah, like what are we gonna do? Make her more richer? She gonna get mad? Trust me, she's sitting on a yacht, smoking a cigar, with the fucking symbiont sitting between her legs right now. So she ain't worried about y'all. Let it happen.
He said a symbiont. I don't know what's worse, the fact that you said that or the fact that I know what that is, bro. Oh shit! That comes. Hey
man, that woman is getting paid. She is not worried about y'all boycotting this shit because she already got her fucking money. The only person you heard those little guys that sat back in that studio that did the fucking made the fucking game. They did the fucking the voice acting and y'all hurting them people. So stop it with the boycotts with this bullshit. She don't give 2 shits about y'all.
Yo, guys, no. I gotta say right now, yo, please, if you haven't done it yet, yo, hit the thumbs up button. What other gaming podcast are you gonna hear a Sibian quote reference on a gaming podcast? Think about that, and then hit thumbs up.
Yeah, I'm still shaking my fucking head.
Yeah, dude, that was insane.
With a cigar.
Everybody.
We shall call you El Jefe.
No, it's not symbiote. It's not symbiote, RG Viper. Oh, no. No.
Of course, Dark fucking said El
Jefe. Yo, let's get Crispy. Let's get Crispy in on this one, man. Crispy, what are your thoughts about all this drama with this one game going on right now? Are you a Harry Potter fan? I don't even know, bro.
I am not.
Okay. Did you try?
Well, no. I mean, some of the movies are really good, but
I think they all were pretty good, man. I don't know.
Well, I mean, fantastic. I mean, it's part of the lore.
Yeah, no, you can't go. No, Fantastic Beasts is not Harry Potter. All right, let's just
technically part of the lore.
It is. It is.
Like I'm looking, Gears of War lore, and guess what? Judgment's fucking there, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good, bro.
Yeah, well, the rich part of Bridgeport, Connecticut is called Black Rock. They call themselves Black Rock. I mean, but they are a part of Bridgeport. I mean, so it's the same but different.
Black Rock.
It's the same but different.
Dude, that's a state park, bro.
I'm talking about all the big houses around the state park, bro.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, dude. I look at. We're talking about a fucking game, dude. We really are. Seriously, and the relevance of Harry Potter right now has went tenfold because of a game.
Oh yeah.
But the source material, this person said what they said. And I kind of sit there and I look at what she said and I say, I don't have an opinion. I don't care if somebody looks at their gender as different. I just don't. I don't feel like somebody should be hurt by somebody that bought a game that has something to do with somebody that said something that is a part of the lore but is not made by her or has barely anything to do with her in logical sense, that we go to sit here and attack people that are playing said game that has nothing to do with her. And I mean, I've seen streamers cry because of the messed up crap.
Yeah, see, I didn't even think about that drama as well. But yeah, like the streamers and people going in and attacking them, that's insane, man.
Because you're looking at someone as a human being and you're saying, because you played a game, people, a freaking game, okay, that you are going to attack somebody's mentality and assume that they are a certain way because they played a game. And that is what drives me crazy. We are talking about games, people. Yes, it has something to do with JK. I understand that completely because it's a lore. But this game was not made by her. And these people that are playing it have nothing to do with her. So for the love of God, get your head out of your ass and realize that you are being more hateful to that individual for playing a game than you feel you have been, atrocitized and everything else. You are being an angry human being, and you are doing something that you literally condemn, and that is the problem.
Interesting.
Well said.
Interesting. Well, and you're gonna have to follow that up, sir. I do have to say, Dark. Out of all the people on the panel, I gotta ask you, did you purchase Hogwarts?
I did.
Oh my goodness, you are a bad,
I'm a bigot.
bad man.
I'm a piece of shit. And guess what? I don't give a fuck about your goddamn motherfucking feelings. All right?
Oh,
damn! And as you shouldn't give a fuck about my feelings. Period. It's crazy, man. This is insane. Like, I could see if the game was terrible and stuff like that. Yeah, of course we would be fucking roasting this game. It's not though. That's the thing. Like, for Avalanche to put out a game like this that was like probably their best game they've ever made, it says something, right? Like, it really truly does, because it means that they're gonna continue this franchise.
Look, that's the way I'm thinking.
Is Avalanche doing that one?
Mm-hmm.
Is that an Avalanche game? See, look at that, dude. Like, they started off on these like little kiddie type of games and have turned their studio around. I mean, not completely, because of course they made this game and all the other little kiddie games that they made, but this is a true testament to say that this studio is actually can produce something good, something that people want to play. So I think that the studio is the only one that's really gonna get harmed here with the boycott, but it looks like the boycott has failed anyways.
Horribly.
And they continue. They don't even know when to stop. They at least when, if like some of us boycott something, we're like, we just stop if it doesn't work, right? Like they don't know when to stop. They don't know when to fucking quit.
No,
dude.
then they
And
go to
that's
the
problem.
streamers and shit like that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, they're
And
doing
keep going.
exactly what they fucking hate. And that you become the villain now, right? Like you live long enough. Like what was that fucking quote in The Dark Knight?
You
if
live
you-
long
if you-
enough to become the villain.
You
or-
die-
Yeah, something like that.
You die young enough to stay the hero, or
Or
Yes.
you
Oh,
live
you're
long
right,
enough
you're
to
right.
become the villain. Yeah, so you die young enough. If you're young enough to die or some shit like that. Whatever it is, you know what I'm talking about.
I was the closest, guys. People in
you
chat,
were-
I was the
you
closest
were-
out of all.
You were
Close.
definitely, you were
almost had
definitely
it.
close.
Get fooled again.
But that's the thing, right?
Like, great,
that's
dude.
what-
Anybody can
that's
know
what they're- that's what they're doing. They're fucking becoming the villains now, and it's like don't you guys see that? Don't you guys see that you're becoming the villain now because people are like, well, I want to play this game. Like as soon as I saw the game, I was like, I want to play it, but I'm skeptic about it, right? Like I was skeptic from the beginning, and then I started seeing people that were actually liking it with reviews and things like that. But then also I started looking at people that I actually trust in terms of gaming content, playing the game and actually saying that it's a fantastic game. It is. They're not wrong, and that's what hurts the most is because it's like this is a fantastic game and the developers did such a fantastic job with it that it'll always be marred by what J.K. Rowling said, right?
Do you think it will though?
From certain people, not everybody, but I think from certain people, it'll always be marred by that.
Do you think it's
Because
going to
of
have a
J.K.
stigma to
Rowling.
it, or do you think it's just that group of people? Like,
I think it's just that group of people that have
Okay.
that.
then,
I don't think it'll have a
fuck them. They
stigma
can
to
keep
it.
that opinion then.
Right, exactly. Fuck them, because you're missing out on a great game just because you want. And honestly, I don't even think half of these people were even gonna play the game. And honestly, a lot of these people I don't even think are transgender people because I see transgender people online who are saying that they want to play the game and they've been playing the game, or people that are part of the LGBTQ plus community that are playing the game.
Aren't
So
there
what does that
transgender
tell you?
characters in the game?
There is a transgender character in the game, Serona Ryan. She's the bartender of the three. I forgot the Three Feathers or some shit like that.
Some stupid shit like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
Harry Potter name.
Just some Harry Potter name,
Three Feathers.
But yeah, and she's in the game like and everything like you can clearly tell that it's a transgender character in the game. So I didn't see a problem with that. Like people, I seen people who had problems with it. I did see the problems with people that were like, how dare they put this in this game? And I'm all like, hey man, like it doesn't bother me, to be honest. Like I could care less if it was in it or not. It's just it's crazy, man. I don't get people, especially nowadays, man. I always consider myself to have an old soul, and for some reason I just don't understand people's mentality on just attacking everyone and everything. It's like it's ridiculous. It really is. It's crazy. It really is, man. But the game is fantastic. If you want to play it, go frickin' play it. Don't give two shits what the frickin' haters say. Go play the game. It's fantastic. There's a lot of things to do. Honestly, I would even say, even if you're not like a huge Harry Potter fan, you could still play this game. Maybe not play it at $70.
Oh,
but
I've had so many people say
still
that
play it.
too, Dard.
Still play it because it is your story. It's not Harry Potter, right? It's not. It's Hogwarts. It's Hogwarts Legacy. It's set in the Hogwarts. It's set in the Harry Potter world, but it's not Harry Potter. It's your own story. It's your own adventure, and it's a lot of fun.
Okay. All right, man. Yeah, I was gonna ask you if the game was good, man. I did see a couple things like when you go to pick your wand and stuff, but I didn't get to see if they made that like if they made that an experience or if it was just like another trip to a shop. You know what I'm saying? In a video game.
The wand picking is definitely an experience.
Okay.
The getting your broom is definitely an experience. It's like a mission, right? Like it plays out like a mission. So, you know, both of those things, like when you're trying to get that stuff, they play out like missions. But like getting some of the spells and stuff, they don't play out like missions. They kind of play out like as doing little tasks here and there, like assignments and stuff. So there are that, but there are some spells where it does become a mission. So it just depends on the spell or whatever. But yeah, those types of things like the wand and stuff, that's a mission. I think even the mount is a mission. I haven't gotten to the mount yet, but yeah, it's good, man.
Okay, yeah, because like, you know, getting your wand and everything, I remember from the movies was like it was such an experience that, you know, like,
it is. It truly is. Like even in the game, it's like an experience. It's like you get in and you're like, oh, okay. Because you do have a wand in the beginning, but you get your own wand that you can customize and change it, and then you find the handles out there that you can customize and change and things like that. So it's very, you know, it's very RPG.
Of course, they got customization in there, man. Of course they do. But first off, shout out to my homie Mr. Bushido is in the chat. What is up, brother? Hitting up that super chat. And he says Xbot448 and the legendary panel known as Next Podcast. Huge shout out to you, brother. Thank you so much for the support. Let's see here. Let's get to did we get to K Mega? I don't think we got to K Mega on this one.
No, you didn't.
No. So Mega, on this whole situation, like you see the drama, and shout out to Simon in the chat who said that there's a lot of anger on both sides of this. Well, and I give you a shout out for saying that too, because that's true. There's always in situations like this, there's always negativity and anger on each side of the situation. So, but Mega, what do you think about this whole Hogwarts deal?
We talked about this a couple of weeks back on GRG. Very spirited, very interesting point. It was very spirited. We went an extra hour just talking about this.
Yeah, you got a strike for that one, boy.
I sure the hell did get a strike.
Did you get red for that?
No. I got yellow. Okay,
that's not too bad.
Well, yeah. That's your money you messing with. You messing with my money anyway. Okay.
That's new.
I don't give a fuck about it.
Right.
He said that's not too bad when it's $0 sign. Like,
when that $0 sign come anyway, or those limited ads anyway. But no, okay, but no, but I love the spirited conversation because the one thing that I always believe in is let people express themselves how they feel, right? Like, and I think the most strongest opinion was Viper when he had to say what he had to say. But for me, I still hold the same stance that I had before. Like, it is annoying on both ends. One, I think it would be different if the people that are trying to boycott the game would just express why they are not going to buy the game instead of trying to tell me why not to get the game. Because how people are wired, if you tell them don't do it, they're going to do it anyway, just because of that reason. The other thing that annoyed me is the people that will tell you that they will buy 2 or 3 copies just because they want to support. And I'm like, you don't even buy the games that ridiculous. You got. So you're going to buy 3 $70 games in support of what? And also the one thing that cracks me up is that when they say they're trying to bring this woke agenda, you know what? I'm gonna start blocking people that start using the word woke that don't know what that word actually means, because it infuriates me, because that is not what woke is. That's some stupid the way that they took the word and spun it in some kind of right-wing garbage
It's not what it was meant to be in the beginning. It's creation. Some Karen stole that shit and twisted it.
Exactly. Some white person
way back, but anyway,
turned it around.
But anyway, again, but let me go there.
That's a different show, bro.
Show.
Oh man, my bad.
But stop it. But the one thing about this is that don't come out and brag about, well, I'm gonna buy 3 copies just to say, yeah, screw those people, those people that are supporting transgender people, because you look just as bad as the people that are telling you not to buy it. So how about you just say, the game looks hot. I want to get it because either I love Harry Potter or the game looks good, or because, it's on my radar. I like Avalanche games, whatever. I just think that if you want to get the game, you get it. It's just
it's made by Avalanche?
Yeah.
That's the same people that are making that
Contraband.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So again, for me, this is what I'm looking at right here, right? Is that the game looks hot. I don't know anything about. My wife is a huge Harry Potter fan, right? And so she's a huge Harry Potter fan. I don't know any. I'm only one.
All I heard there was she makes K Mega role play. That's all I heard with that.
No. Anyway, but no, the one thing for me though is that, like I said on GRG the other week, I said, listen. R. Kelly is a bad person, but you're not going to stop me from listening to R. Kelly music.
Yo, for real. Go ahead.
You got me messed up. I'm
Go ahead.
Listen to that. And it, so I mean, doesn't mean that when I'm over here thinking about the pants off, dance off, about to go listen to some tempo slow, that I'm going to be worried about what R. Kelly did, because that's not what that's about. So again, if you're going to try to criticize somebody for that because they purchase a video game, then you're just as ignorant as the person that's trying to express themselves to say, we're trying to stop the woke agenda.
I call those people angry human beings.
Oh my God! Just buy the game, enjoy it, show the gameplay, and let the game speak for itself. Obviously, like most boycotts and things like that, it doesn't work. I totally was 100. Like there was a lot of people against me for me supporting the voice actress for Bayonetta 3. But, and they're like, well, because I'm not buying the game. I was going to buy it. I'm not buying Bayonetta 3. That's just my opinion. I'm not telling anybody not to get it.
In my opinion, it wasn't a very good game anyways, so you're not making the mouse.
So I just saved me money. But regardless of the fact, it's like this. This game looks good. I plan on getting it, because eventually I'm not paying the $70 price tag. That's my thing right there. It's like, look, if that game is, well, I have to be a little lenient on certain things because of the $70, because I think this is one of the next gen games that's not on last gen, right? Am I correct?
It will be coming to last gen.
Oh, well, I'm still not paying $70 for it. Yeah, so I'll wait.
Yeah, there's like a staggered release between this gen, last gen, and then Switch.
Switch has to do with
Cyberpunk.
In June. I'll wait, son. I'll wait. Because I'm not paying $70 if the game is only on a next gen game. I might have to succumb to the throat needle. But other than that, no. If that shit's on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, no, I'm not paying $70. Right off the bat.
I know on PC you can get it for a lot cheaper than you could.
I see it for 40. I see it for $43. But I do want to play it on Xbox.
I have a feeling this game, even though like it sold well, I have a feeling it's a game that's going to drop down in price really quickly.
No, I think this game is going to sell very, very well, and it's not going to drop like a rock. I think it's going to kind of maintain because
it'll gradually drop.
Yeah, it'll gradually drop like Elden Ring. It won't because I think this might be a contender.
That's what I was going to say.
Because I think it's got that Elden Ring vibe to it. But overall, for me, I think
places like Target are gonna want to make sure it's sold out all the time and not on their shelf, and they will constantly put it on sale.
The game is more like a classic type of RPG with it's almost kind of like a mixture of Red Dead Redemption 2, The Witcher 3, and like every other WB RPG open world type of game. That's what it's kind of like.
WP open world.
You know what? I
Like Mad
actually
Max.
like
You know
that
Mad Max?
take.
You actually make it sound more interesting, Dark. I just want to let you know that. Like,
Did you play Mad Max?
I have, yeah.
Oh, I've heard.
Then-
And I haven't, and I'll tell you, like a lot of people like that I respect were clamoring.
Mad Max,
for that game.
yeah, Mad Max will surprise you because Mad Max.
It is.
It is a good game.
It's like that kind of good, you know?
Yeah.
It's like
But-
that.
I didn't like
But-
the movie, so I didn't play the game.
Oh wow.
I
How
think
dare you.
more people
Well,
are
hold
open
on.
to that type of thing.
Well, okay, but this is my thing overall. Let me finish though. I just think that like leave people alone if they decide not to get it. Don't force people to do it. And then also too, another thing what Crispy said, and I'm not going to jump on you, Crispy, about it because I understand, I agree. But this is the thing that kind of pisses me off on this.
Oh.
Because people will, they're attacking this person for playing Harry Potter. People get attacked all the damn time. Women get attacked. People of color get attacked on it. Well, I don't give a damn about that. Put your shit on mute. You got enough people. Let your moderators take care of it. Or just shut the damn chat down so you don't see it and just play the game and just talk. Don't sit there
what?
and don't
I
let people
agree with that,
affect you.
dude.
Yeah, don't
I
let
really
people
do.
affect you. Because listen, I've sit there. There's people that heckles me or have heckled other people, or heckles women and heckle just anybody just because there's people that just wants to be that way. There's assholes like that in the world. So just don't get too oversensitive about it. If you want to show that game off, trust me, there is plenty of people that wants to see what this game looks like because they want to decide if they want to buy this game later on or if they don't. And for the people that do want that are not going to buy this game, give us your reason why. But do not say you're a trash human being or you support Rollin because that's wrong. That's wrong. You can't label people like that.
Just one, like the reason why it drove me crazy, and I said what I said, is because people, that were just like, I want to play. They're either a Harry Potter fan or they're just like, man, this game sounds really good. One or the other. And they boot up the game. And I'll tell you right now, most of the people I watch, I don't see them very active on Twitter or nothing like that. And they boot up the game and then they're streaming because that's what they do. They're on Twitch rather than anything else. You know what I mean? Like, that's what they do. And they get lambasted over the coals, like hey, we whole lamb, whole pig, whole hog. I'm a butcher. I could say that. By the way, just lambasted over it, and they sit there and they're like, "Where'd this come from?" Because I'm just playing this game, and they don't. They find out later, and I've seen people like hysterically crying because people like go kill yourself and shit like that. Like, what is wrong with you as a human being, dude? Like, I'm sorry, it's fucked up.
With that, I gotta agree with K Mega on that one. Like, I like when he said what he said, it made me look up and I was like, oh shit, yeah. Because when it comes down to it, there are people that get harassed like that on the daily for other things as well, whether it's the color of their skin or so many situations that it's a societal situation at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, people need to calm the fuck down and just let people live.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what it is.
The way to defeat them is to keep going. When they won.
Thank you, Mega, for deleting them. By the way.
Yeah. When that woman got sent off and was crying, they won because that's what they wanted to do. They wanted that reaction.
Yeah, they won that one little battle, but they didn't win the war.
but to them, they thought they did because a lot of people talked about that in unison. Like, and then people started, well, this is that. You know what? Stop. Keep it moving. Okay. You know what? Chat. Here. I'll let, if you know that person that comes into your stream all the time, make them a moderator. Could you help me out? Could you get them out of here? And if they can't do it because they're all in there spamming, without the chat knowing, well, I guess they would know because all the stuff was on the side. Just hit that button, cut them off, and just sit there and just talk through the game. You know what I'm saying? Listen, sorry. If people are going to be assholes like this, I'm still going to play this game for people to watch, but since there's people in here that feel that they're going to push me around to make me do something for their benefit, you have another thing coming. This stream is still rolling.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
I have a very simple thought process. Mm-hmm. And there are some people that, either personally attack me or, like I might, throw a very shady hammer at somebody and they block me. And that's fine. But when it comes to, people, just being illogical and basically, like touting for something that is important and needs to be said, but using that as a weapon and smashing people into the ground because they played a damn game, bro. No, that's where I draw the line. Yeah,
it's ridiculous. No, I agree, Crispy.
And I get it. Like, it's Harry Potter. Okay, I understand. I never read any of the books. I don't know how close they are, but I'll tell you right now, there's how many movies? I think it's like 18 or something crazy. Okay, that have any type of source material involved. And for the first time, people are like, wow, they actually made a good Harry Potter game. Mm-hmm. That's what
I think it's
hearing.
closer to the movies, to be honest.
And I, to involve J.K. Rowling into this shit, into this game that people actually enjoy, and using that as a weapon to go after streamers is absolutely ridiculous. And it's unnecessary. And it also contradicts your entire mentality of standing up for the person that speaks or anything else like that.
Well, I think
it's kind of ridiculous. I'm just saying.
I got you, but I think their view of it is that this is that they're showing that they are standing up for transgender people by going after streamers and things like that. And I'm not saying that that's right. I'm thinking that's pretty stupid because every individual is different. I can understand if that individual, that streamer, was coming out and saying that they were against trans or homosexuals and things like that, then that's another thing. But why would you give them attention? Why would you put effort on giving them views or having them to have something to hold over by posting this to another group of people that might feel the same, and the only thing that's going to do is galvanize them to feel better. My whole point on this is this: how can anybody cancel you if you don't give a damn about who's the people that's supposed to be canceling?
Yo, for real.
That's my. I mean, it's just real talk. Like a lot of people.
That's what Chappelle did. Like they tried to cancel Chappelle's ass.
I know a lot of people. And I love Chappelle, but sometimes some of the things Chappelle say is out of text. I don't agree with everything he says. I think some of the stuff he says is stupid. But I love his work of what he does.
Yeah, but nobody says anything that like somebody else 100% agrees with.
But he doesn't care. But he doesn't care. And so for me, that's how I am. Like I'm gonna say what I say. I don't care if you like me or not.
Yeah.
You can. My point is that people put too much validation behind social media and people that you don't know. I give two shits about how you feel about me. By the time when I get off of here, and I sit there and Mega Man, he said, Bot need to kick him off the show. He's a cancer. I can't
you saw those DMs, bro?
That's cool. That's cool. And if Bot sit there and listen to that and says, hey, Mega Man, I got to let you go, man. I think I want to go another direction. I'm not going to be mad about it. I'm going to be saying, cool, I got my Thursdays. I can tap some ass now. And you know what I'm saying, on Thursday nights. I'm cool. I'm not going to be mad about it. He's over here thinking of business-wise. But for the people that were saying that they don't like me, you think I'm going to lose sleep or not play the game or enjoy myself or not do fight night or not be who I am? You can jump in a damn lake, as my grandma would say.
Mega will call it smashy.
See, I would just, I'm like,
smashy time.
People put too much effort into listening to strangers. Nobody gives. No, you shouldn't care about that, especially when they're negative towards you. Let them hate. Okay.
Yo, shout out to Iceman in the chat. I think this is something. I think it was something we were saying before we went live, but he was like, "Yo, I guess we should cancel Nike then too, because like,
right? Like, I mean, my wife made a really good point because I was talking to her about that situation. She was like, if that's the case, then everything, what you eat, where you buy clothes, where you buy accessories, everything will be canceled then, because there is every company that we or everything that we deal with has shady shit or has an awful past behind it. Like, okay, how you gonna go really support Marvel? I mean, I understand we like to see Wakanda forever. We throw up the blackface, but do you know who Walt Disney was and what he was representing, right? Right?
Yes, brother.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna be sitting here watching my shit, but see, that just don't make any sense to me. Like, I mean, listen. Enjoy what you enjoy. Stop letting other people speak for you, or get your mind in thinking that everything is bad and the system is just out to get you for everything. It is about how you feel about it. Like, that's how I just take it, man. Like, look, shit, I'm too old to be being concerned about every damn thing else, man. Shit, I'm trying to enjoy myself. Shit.
Yo, Sir X-Man, what do you got to say about the whole Hogwarts situation, bro?
You want the truth?
I always want the truth, man. Come on.
I don't
fucking
give a shit.
Bro.
I don't care. He said, "Get off my lawn."
Get off my lawn.
You like what you like.
John.
You know, and that's the way. If you want to play the game, play the damn game. If you don't want to play the game, don't play the game. Because I saw the report, and this is the most money Warner Brothers has had for a game in years.
Yeah, they needed that shit, right?
So what you're telling me is that actually the a-holes that have complained about it and been total a-holes about the situation actually made the game have more revenue than we've ever seen. Including
it was Harry Potter.
Some really good games.
Hey,
it was Harry Potter.
Yo, advertising's advertising, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Imagine this. If it did not have the Harry Potter,
are you saying Sony has better advertising?
Crispy,
Crispy, stop cutting him off.
I've been good today.
He has been.
He actually has. I'm actually surprised.
He is.
It did not have the Harry Potter's name, would people still consider this a good thing?
That is a great question.
Buying it.
Yeah,
because from what I hear,
haven't played it.
It's a good game. So all this little crap that's going out there, I bet you a lot of those people think, "Oh my God, I'm going into a Mogwai moment. Holy shit!"
Mogwai.
Oh,
you said Mogwai.
Whatever. You know what I was being country.
Oh!
In bird culture, this is considered a dick move.
Hey, just put my last name in there. I told you about that shit.
I saw him play golf with him. It's okay. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry.
But all these people talking crap about it can't talk crap about it because it's rated a good game. Now, if it had been rated a bad game, then you could have probably talked your crap. But more people are now getting mad because it's a good game. And I bet you they're changing their minds about getting it. All the same people. They'll secretly not telling you you're playing it. And that happens a lot in the way things go now. You like what you like. I said this before. Video games are made for fun, and it's a hobby. And all this criticism should not be out there for, as Crispy says, a plastic box. I'm done. Go ahead.
He said, "I'm done." He dropped the mic. He's like, "That's it. That's it. It's my opinion. That's it. I'm done." I think we got everybody on this one, right? Dark, we got you.
Yeah, you got everybody.
Look at that. We are rolling, guys. We got a little less than a half hour until the end of the show, so that we got at least one more topic. But I will definitely ask everybody.
Has it almost been 2 hours?
Keep their eyes on the clock when it comes to this one, and we're gonna bring up 343 real quick. Because throughout the Microsoft layoffs, of course, it hit 343 as well. And we have Joe Staten is going back under the Microsoft umbrella for publishing. So he's getting out of 343. And the rumor now, see that was all the fact stuff, okay? The rumor is that basically 343, they will continue with the multiplayer for Halo. The story has been put on hold, and the rumor is that they are switching from the Slipspace to the Unreal Engine for future Halo games. And I thought that was really interesting. First off, you got to think about, what was it, about $500 million? At least a good chunk of that was to make the Slipspace engine. I don't know. It's really interesting to me what's going on. I am happy that they will continue to support the multiplayer. I don't think they have much of an option on that, though. Especially with microtransactions tied to the multiplayer as well. It is a kind of like, it's a vein of revenue for them, so I do understand that. I don't know, it's kind of crazy though, and I will say I am leaning towards definitely believing this rumor, by the way. There's certain things that have been said kind of like behind the scenes. Now, I don't really want to get into details or anything, but it seems like that is, if I have to throw my opinion out there, I think this is true. Let's see here. Can
I go? Since I waited so long last time.
Okay, Sir X-Man, you are leading the way on this topic, bro. What do you guys say? What are your thoughts on this? Of course, the facts with Joe Staten, and then the rumor when it comes to Halo Infinite.
I think Halo Infinite, the next game in Halo, because we know there's gonna have to be another one. Going on Unreal Engine 5, because by that time they get that game set, it's going to be almost time for the next gen consoles. So build your stuff for the future for that console, because you're already going to know what it's going to be. Number two, that you cut your staff so much, and now everybody's afraid of getting laid off or letting go. You're about to get a lot more production out of them. So what you need to do, go talk to them, get them motivated, get more content for the Halo that you have now. Don't worry about the story. Give us more multiplayer content, and then make your continuation in the next Halo that comes out with the new engine, so you can have the graphics up to par with the way you want without struggling. You're not going to have to worry about the 4-player co-op not being there, because Unreal Engine is used to that. It's built for that kind of stuff. So, rectify the situation that you're dealing with now, and start some of your new staff, maybe 20, figuring out what their plans for the next iteration of Halo. That's what they need to do. And get somebody in charge that's going to run the ship correctly. With no delays, no faults.
I think they had a good squad when it came to the Halo 5 Guardians though. Like they had one. They had a squad like that. They had one in house, man.
But somehow, some way, they messed up the pooch.
They definitely did. They definitely did.
And the pooch ended up getting locked up in the kettle because of all the mistakes that they were making peeing on the floor.
Sir X-Man, one thing I will say.
If they was peeing on the floor, if they were peeing on the floor, that means you didn't train them correctly and you couldn't handle them.
Oh, don't blame me.
You put them in a kettle and got them out the house.
Why are you peeing on the floor?
They need to get somebody.
Why is he putting me in a cage, man?
It's not about you, bro.
Dark made it about me. He asked why was I urinating on the floor? Like,
oh, because they put you in a cell that didn't have a toilet, man, until Biden got you out. But
well, Sir X-Man, you know what I find interesting? Again, like I said, I'm leaning towards like the rumor being true. If this is true, we can definitely like gauge the talent at 343 when they're using an engine that so many other studios are using. Like, usually when you see first party and like their bigger studios you look at like Sony Santa Monica or something like that. They use in-house engines.
You can have talent, but if you're not organizing or controlling or putting a order chain down there, like step 1 guy in charge, step 2 guy next in charge, step 3 guy next in charge, steps going down the ladder to the people, you're going to fail every single time. You have to have ladders. Everyone can't be running their own ship. It has to be a top management going all the way down to the lower staff. And it doesn't seem like that's the way it was running there. Even with Microsoft at their top, the top from them didn't go down. The next top didn't go down. And then the next level didn't go down until and went all the way down to the games division. That's where the problems were. You have to have organization within your company or you will fail.
See, I think there was more or less I think there was disarray within 343.
That's what I just said.
Yeah. Well, there are people that try to stretch it out into like the Xbox division and say that the mismanagement on that side, and I can't swing with that because
there's some mismanagement all the way around.
I can't swing. I mean, there are definitely mistakes. Nobody's perfect, but when you look at the management of Xbox as a whole, I think they did some pretty courageous things when they started early with the subscription and everything like that last gen. You know what I'm saying? And they started getting everything rolling, and what they've been offering and what they've been hitting the industry with, that like nobody is really giving it the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like I think the management at Xbox has done an incredible job at doing a complete 180 from the Xbox One.
They might do a good job on a lot of things, but there are some things that they're not doing a good job on. And we can all attest to that. I give them praise for coming back from the dead, with the 2013 debacle, with Phil Spencer coming back and righting the ship. But there are some things that they were failing in.
Okay.
And hopefully they recognize some of this stuff and they're starting to right the ship.
I mean, from what I'm seeing,
maybe they can go back and get the dog out of the kettle after the kettle done trained them.
Stop pissing on the carpet. You get the newspaper, man.
But but
the silence of the lambs.
Even me and K-Mac can have some disagreements on this topic sometimes, but we both agree one thing. It's about the leadership going down the line. It's always been like that in the world. Always.
Okay. Oh.
You might not like what they say at the top going down, but it's part of your job, so you can keep your job. All
right. Well,
it makes a difference.
All right. Well, you said that K-Mega. This is something that K-Mega agrees with you on. So let's go to K-Mega on this one, bro. 343 again with the rumor. Again, I threw it out there. I'm leaning more towards that. That is actually what's going on. I don't think they've come out and said anything officially yet. But I have a very strong belief that that's what's happening. So Mega, dude, you're a Halo lover like me, man. Fucking love the franchise. You love the world. Everything that's going on in it, dude. What do you think about what's going on? With Joe getting up out of there, and then with these rumors.
Well, I've said Joe ain't gonna stay too long, man. You could just see how he does his interviews.
Am I the only one that's happy he's gone though? Like,
oh yeah, I am. I am. I mean, he gutted what
I saw him bringing in all the old like Halo dudes. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? Calm.
Well, okay, so this has always been my problem. And because I always wanted to see the progression of Halo, right? Like we've talked about this. Like this is why I saw like the progression of Halo 5 and just like, oh my God, where are they going to go with this? And then they kind of revert back to the old, whatever. Me too. But I still think that Halo Infinite is a good game. I think it's.
I love the campaign, bro. Love the campaign.
Yeah, I loved a lot of things that they did within the campaign. You know what I'm saying? The multiplayer is absolutely, it feels fantastic, especially trying to balance the old heads and the new Halo, the people that want Halo to go further. This is the thing though that I've said, and I will continue to say, and I see people starting to say it now. And let 343 do what they want to.
Yes.
Stop trying. I don't want them to listen to me. I don't want them to listen to the old Bungie Halo fans. I want them just to make the best game that they can make without any interruption. Whatever they decide to do with the game, fine.
Take me where the story's going. Take me. Stop listening to what somebody. How is it? This is what blows my mind about this, is that how can there be people that will try to dissect and tell you how to write a game to the authors that wrote the books or the novels and the comics and all of that? Like, how is that you feel that you are that skilled? Because if you were, then you would be hired. If you're just sitting there and just playing the lore, you read the lore, you all up in the lore, that is fantastic that you know Halo like that. But it doesn't give you the right to try to demand that Halo needs to be the way that you need it to be. The one thing that I always will respect, and you hear me say this quite a few times, and I will still say this, the one reason why I respect Naughty Dog and what they do with their work is that they do it their way. They don't listen. The Last of Us 2 is exactly what is the biggest point, right? The point factor right there. Who, if you found out that one of the main characters was going to die, and then there was just going to be this protagonist that was completely different from one of the other protagonists that you fell in love with, kind of be the new face or going to be the new face of The Last of Us. If people read that, people pissed off, no doubt. They were already pissed off by the leaks. So they stuck to their guns. They did the game they wanted to do. It won Game of the Year. Kudos. Take that as ammunition and fuel to make Halo going forward. I said, just scrap all this shit. Give us a little bit of, give us a 5 to 10 hour DLC for Halo Infinite. Close it out. If it's going to do something with the endless, you got it. You got a way out because it's got to do something with time travel. And reboot Halo from the very jump. Ooh, hold on. You almost, bro. Hold on. You almost read my mind, because I was thinking if they're gonna go back and they're gonna go back and take their time, but if they're still planning on making the universe as big as possible out there, the spin-off games and stuff, why not? If they're working on another Halo game, I got an idea for kind of like a side project to do to really kind of give them time, because there's a story in Halo kind of like before the UNSC and stuff like that, when they fired the rings the first time. Imagine if they made a game where you are the forerunner that supposedly is connected to Master Chief through DNA, like the one who triggered the rings the first time he had to, and let do that story while you're working on the Master Chief and everything, and really put in your effort in on that side. So if you're gonna make it that big, if you're gonna make the universe that big, and you're really gonna put it out there, have these two going on, have that precursor, kind of like that prequel type situation come out before the next Master Chief.
Start off before Master Chief even comes about. Like Master Chief is not
I am so down with that,
And also another thing too is, Don hate this, but I think this is what will work in order to get some people off of Chief's nuts. If you reboot Halo, like I've just said, like you do the Halo that you want to do, 343. This is just my fantasy of what I would if I was in charge. This is what I say. Right. No. Not lock.
Okay.
You know okay. No lock. No, nothing like that. Do have it to where Halo, for the very first time, if you're going to reboot it or not, or if you just doing Halo for the very first time, have a created character. First time, have your created character. I think that would change the dynamic from people jocking Chief so much, because there's nothing
what they did with Reach in Halo Reach.
Yeah, what they did with Reach, what they do with like in Mass Effect. Like, you know, if you got a character, that character might have that certain name, like, you know, like Shepard, but, you know, Kareem Shepard, right? Like, you know, that's my great grandbaby out there kicking ass in the universe. But you know what? When people have their own character that they can make and be a part of this fantastic universe, start the story off from that angle, and then when you want to do the big like Halo game, then Chief can be shown up. And then but people will be like, well, where's my character? How do I get that put in? That to me is going to break the cycle finally. Don don't like that because he's an old traditionalist. Just tell the story, let me see the characters or whatever. But I think in this sense, to get people to stop saying, I need a Chief game, you have a created character of your own that you make, a Spartan, coming up. You just a grunt. You're not even a Spartan yet. And build up to be like the next hero after when Chief's saga will end, or just be a part of the whole universe.
See, I kind of like that, like the after Chief part, and the reason why, when you said build up, like I can see like every iteration of the game, you say, you know, you're coming from a pack of many, and it seems like every time there's an obstacle, there's a war or something, you're the one who ends up on top at the end, and you're the one who solved that. And so you keep like coming up the ranks, but per game. You know what I'm saying?
But you're not Chief, right? Like,
you're building up to Chief. You're building up to Chief.
Right, yeah.
That would be sick, dude. That would be sick.
And you got all these interactions with Locke, with Arbiter,
I'm down. I am down. Let's go.
But let's just say that it starts off right before, like even like during Reach, right? Like before Reach, like when you, like let's just say you was a recruit with the first unit when that Reach team was coming up, and then y'all separated, and then Reach did what they had to do when you was with Oni or wherever, Team Tars, whatever. You was just a part of something, but y'all separated, and then there's side stories, there's all this other shit going on. You can find out something about, you can maybe have missions where you on the Spirit of Fire before they got lost. Everything, like you can reboot. I say reboot Halo from the get. This way that you can build the story and still keep Chief in the story, but let everything else finally blow up like it's supposed to. Now again, I just want 343 to make the game that they want to, but that would be one of my dreams personally. That's it for me. and back to what you were saying, I believe some of those rumors are true as well. I believe some of those rumors are true.
Okay, you were out of anybody on the panel, you in my opinion were the iffy one on whether or not the rumors were true. I didn't know which way you were gonna swing with that. But dude, imagine now we'll be able to see. We'll be able, like, if it is true, once 343 does their work with Unreal, we can literally put it up against like people who do that work and be like, damn, see, like they got this shit. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like they got talent. Like there's no way you can look at it, you can literally fucking do a split screen between two Unreal games. Yeah, it's gonna be sick, man.
Yeah.
Especially that engine too. That's a great engine, bro.
That is a fire ass engine.
Yes, sir. Let's go to Crispy on this one. What are we looking at for time? We got about 7 minutes, sir. Crispy, I know you're more of a Gears guy, and we did have a Gears topic. I don't think we're gonna get to it, and I think you're gonna be incredibly upset with me on that. But dude, what do you think about these rumors with 343 switching engines, to something you're familiar with Unreal, man? Rumors, by the way.
I mean, where's Slipspace has to be built off of something at this point. Microsoft, it's not one of those companies that just ignores everything around them. which you could say what you want, but I mean, they've bought up a lot of companies that have added to their value in a certain way. So I say, you know, Unreal is one of those things. Like, I feel like if Activision Blizzard somehow didn't happen, first, you know, go at it would be for them, because Epic knows what they're doing. Their engines are incredible. They use them in movies, people. So, you know, if it's logical, if you can step from one to the other, I don't see why you shouldn't do that. Because, I'm sorry, like, maybe you thought the Halo series on Paramount was going to make things better, but, I mean, people have their gripes, and I think their biggest gripe, and unfortunately this is the majority of people that play the game, is that the free-to-play aspect has zero incentive to continue to play it. And I think that's the problem. People can disagree with me, but I mean, by all means.
I mean,
I don't play Halo. Okay,
it's gotten better. It's gotten better. It's gotten better. In terms of the offerings and stuff.
And dude, and this is where I'm not trying to be a dickhead. I've been through that, and Gears 5 was a ferocious launch for a Gears game. And you got to keep in mind, Gears 4 beta that I played looked as bad as everybody's screenshot. But I said, dude, I'm telling you, watch out. And all of a sudden it became an amazing looking game at the time. Okay? So, you know, you had the 1S come out, not the Series S, the 1S come out. And this, you know, these are the type of things, like, Xbox, dude, like, you gotta kind of make something new now. Like too many series, one, blah, blah. It's like, come on. But in all seriousness, like, I could see it, but you can't, if it's not, like, that's what I'm legitimately asking. Is Slipspace that far off from what Unreal is? Because I'll tell you, I played enough of the you know, single player, and it looked pretty damn good.
You know,
I'm just saying.
It's a good question. It's a very good question, because I think the rumor was before they decided to make their own engine, they were working with Unreal. Now, the only thing I can really think of is when they did make this engine, even if they made it similarly or they made it with a foundation of Unreal, if you look at Unreal 5, you look at Unreal now, and kind of like the feature sets and the offerings when it comes to global illumination, when it comes to you know, textures and how many items like are on the screen at you know, any one point in time. You look at the feature set that Unreal has now and how broad it is and how much it can cater to, like, you know, the bigger worlds and everything like that, and still keep all the texture and detail that this engine is known to produce. I mean, it's a good idea to switch over if you can, even if you spent so many, like, millions of dollars making your own engine. Like, that sounds like...
And I mean, to your point, Bot, like, we've seen Microsoft just throw money away. Yeah. And it's one of those things, like, you know, Phil has a lot to say right now. I'm sorry. I don't care what anybody says. Phil has a whole lot to say. And if he's seeing shit from Ninja Theory that is impeccable, and then you already know, like, what the Coalition is able to produce. Okay? And that's where you go and say, you look at the Coalition, and it's like, well, Rod left. Well, this left. Oh, you know, oh, what happened? Like, there's a bunch of, like, game developers that were important that left. And I don't care about them. Because, you know what? Mike Crump's still there, and I don't know, man. Like, the game has been much better. And you know what? not a lot of people are playing it right now. I completely understand that, but I still find a match. I still do. And I haven't played the game in months, but I just boot it up, I find a match. It might take a minute. Oh, holy shit! What I'm used to? Come on. So like you look at Halo, like I bet you could find a match pretty quickly. So
Yeah.
you could sit here and say like, you know, they did the wrong thing. How are you going to transition it? That is my damn question.
I think they're gonna use time to transition. That's what I think is gonna happen. They are gonna take their time when it comes to the next one, and they're just gonna, like they said, they're gonna continue with content for the multiplayer, you know, which is something that people expect. I think that they didn't. They could have decided not to, but I think there would have been a huge backlash to that. Like you made us wait so long, and then now you're just like cutting it out or whatnot. And you know, you look at the revenue that can produce, even, you know, with a moderate number of people playing that game.
Well, you need content though, and they haven't provided it technically. I mean,
they're still coming out with content.
Not everybody's gonna play Forge. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody's gonna do this, that, and the other thing.
Yeah, no, they're coming out with the maps and stuff, man.
I feel like the core audience, it feels a little neglected at this point, and that's what I'll leave it at.
Okay, you leave it there, because I don't want to neglect the other people on the panel when it comes to this topic. So let's go to Dark real quick. We are right at 10 o'clock now. So Dark, just quickly, what do you think about the whole 343 situation, bro?
For me personally, I think Halo Infinite, the campaign was good. I just think my time with Halo has ran out. For me personally,
just in general with the franchise.
Just in general with the franchise, yeah. I don't have any qualms with it. You know, I think it's a great. I still think it's a great franchise. I just think my time with it has gone away. You know, I want more. You know, now that I've gotten older, I want more games that are just, you know, RPG. Very hard RPG heavy, right?
He just wants PlayStation games, guys. That's all he wants.
I wouldn't go that far, but because there's a lot of PlayStation games.
Oh, hold on. Did you try Hi-Fi Rush? By the way,
I did. Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay,
I thought it was
that's
good
all
game.
I needed to know.
I thought it was definitely decent. You know, I feel like, you know,
you're still my adopted brother, man. That's all. I just needed to know if you liked it or not. That's all.
Yeah, I think it was a good game. You know, I even went as far as to say it was like an 8 in my scale of rating a game.
Oh shit.
I think Halo is just, it's for me, it's just at that point of where could they really go with it. You know, I know that they could go so many different places, but will they? You know, I'm thinking about it this way, like...
Well, they were planning on Halo 3 being in the end, by the way.
Right, they were planning on Halo 3 being the end. So, like, you know, I loved Halos 1 through 3, and then I liked Reach 2. I think Halo 4 was really good. I thought for sure that when 343 took over, that Halo 4, if I was like, if this is the direction that 343 is going to go in, great.
Yeah, sign me up.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
You know, this is awesome, right? But then they came out with Halo 5. I didn't really like the campaign of Halo 5. I know a lot of people who really did like it. You know, I know, K-Mega especially loved it, which is understandable.
Mega, do you hear how people try to tiptoe around you when it comes to Halo, man? Yeah, do you hear this?
Because we know how passionate he gets about Halo. That's why.
They're trying not to trigger you, brother. They're picking words and everything.
Try not to trigger him too much, because I trigger him quite a bit on GRG. I don't want to trigger him too much on here. I just feel like it's just at that time for me that I could just step away from the franchise. I think even if Halo Infinite is the last Halo I play, I'm okay with it. You know, I'm not.
That gives you room to become a Forza Motorsport fan. I'm just saying.
I'm still pretty much of a Gears fan though. I still think that Gears 4 and 5 were really good. I'm excited to see what they do with 6. As you guys know, I'm more of a single player guy, so I like the single player campaigns of these games, and you know, I'm not much of a multiplayer guy, so I don't really get into that.
You know what was so great was Gears 4 at the end when you were in the big ass mechs and you were using
dude, that was awesome.
You're using buildings as cover and shit like that. That was
awesome. I will admit that Gears 4, like at the beginning, like when it first started out,
slow
Gears 4,
shit.
It was slow as shit. Yes, I absolutely agree with
but
that.
It picked up. Once it picked up, it was great.
Once it picked up, you were like, "Holy shit, this is a fucking awesome game!"
Yeah.
And then Gears 5 came out, and that was awesome. Like honestly, that was awesome. The only gripe I had with Gears 5 was the fact that it had the skiff. I didn't like the skiff. I thought the skiff was just. I didn't like it. I thought it was stupid. I thought it was the dumbest thing that they put.
Hey, they had to put it in there to be different. Like this game's different.
I know.
Okay?
I know they put it in there to make it like almost like an open world type of Gears, but Gears didn't need it. Gears does not need that. It just needs to be this linear.
Needs to be a fucking
linear
set piece.
Right, exactly. That's it. That's all it needs to be. It just needs to be a set piece, and that's it. And that's kind of like how Halo should be, but. You know, I know the direction that they went with Halo Infinite, and it wasn't, you know, it didn't bother me that it went open world. The fact that it was just all kind of the same looking maps and stuff, kind of, you know, it just looked all the same, you know, and I was just like, like I wish they, you know, I wish there was like a desert or a deep jungle or like an Arctic terrain or something like that, you know, like something different.
I hate snow levels in video games. That's just me, though.
Some of the maps
I like snow levels. I think
absolutely insane, dude.
Yeah, that's why I like Gears 5 so much is because of the fact of the different, you know,
Is somebody
terrains
snoring?
that they had.
Hold on, somebody's snoring.
I think it might be Sir X-Man.
Might be Fred.
Not.
It's Fred.
Oh, it's probably Pred.
Yo, Pred, are you there?
Oh shit.
Oh, hi. Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of
That's still not answering.
Oh, it wasn't about you, Dark. That is awesome.
Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, man. I mean, you know, I think.
I gotta know if Pred's there. Pred, are you there?
He's sleeping, dude.
He's sleeping.
I don't blame him, dude.
Oh,
there he is.
He said.
Are you
He
awake?
got up quick as hell.
What?
You awake?
He's sleeping.
I'm awake. He's
Have you
awake
been
now.
awake?
Are you awake?
I'm awake.
Okay,
He's awake now.
I'm
dude.
awake now. I was off headset for a minute.
Dude, you are the last person for the last topic. Are you ready for this, bro?
Probably you get to me. Yes. Halo.
All right.
Yeah.
It's Halo. What do you think about the rumor? What do you think about the rumors them switching engines and shit, man?
I mean, they came from 4 to fucking slip space to this. I mean, it just gives them more time to make the game, you know. So now they can delay this shit for another 5 years. So it's whatever. Forza does.
I think that's something me and K Mega just politely said that you just really put incredibly blunt.
They come out with Forza.
Oh, damn! Gotta bring it there.
I really feel like it'll be like
Dirty
2 or 3
Texan,
years before Forza, but-
Dirty Texan.
What happened?
You call me a dirty Texan.
Oh,
I mean,
Yo.
I don't know if that's a rumor. I actually think it's true that they're going to switch engines. I mean, I've seen stuff but what I've seen of Unreal 5 so far, I think it counted like it surpasses what I've seen with Slip Space so far, to be honest with you. But like, I haven't seen enough of it, you know, and it's probably something easier to deal with, you know, like
yeah.
if you have people like making games in Unreal 5, they're making different games. You know, like they're getting used to playing with that tool through multiple different aspects, different games in general. Whatever company you work for, it's more universally used. You know, so like you have to go to Slip Space. How difficult of a task is that to learn? You know, how to manage slip space, programming versus Unreal 5 programming. You know what I'm saying? You could basically pick up some retard. I'm going to say retard for someone out there sensitive. You might go out there and pick up somebody. Like you can pick up somebody off the street that's been working in Unreal 5 already to kind of bring them over to work on Unreal 5 for Xbox making Halo. But like you bring somebody off the street and they're trying to have to learn slip space, like it's just I don't know. I think it's because it's more universally used. It'd probably be easier to find people to work with it and manipulate it than it would be to have to find someone that's used to slip space. And then like we were talking about the firing and stuff like that, the layoffs and stuff. I think there's 750, maybe 800 employees at 343
something like that.
They let off like 90. That's like 10%.
Yeah,
it's not as many. I mean, it's not. I mean, that could be that. You don't know. I mean, obviously there's going to be. It sounds like there's some bigger names thrown in there too. But like, I mean, that could be the dude taking the trash out. Like,
oh no, it's like, the janitor reference. Holy shit! Here we go.
Shit, it's the guy changing locks in the doors. Like, okay,
it's the guy throw away all the alcohol bottles.
How the hell were you sleeping earlier?
I'm done.
I mean, hey, I got years and years of military experience to know how to get the fuck up.
You're fucking magical, bro, and that's a compliment.
He's a hard-working man, bro. You know what I'm saying? Chill.
I'm just sitting here and listening to y'all talk about when the fuck is my turn coming?
Now you know how I felt, Predator. Now you know how I felt.
That is Pred taking the L, and I appreciate that.
Especially especially with me, like I should have been the first person. I don't even give a shit about Halo like that. So
well, that's why I was saving you for last, because you've been like, I don't give a shit, and we're done.
At the end of the show, I don't give a shit. So like you could have done that earlier and saved us all 15 minutes of me sleeping. So.
Now we know what to do. Now we know how to put Pred to sleep. We just gotta start talking about Halo.
Talk about Halo.
Hey, I gotta go because Mahomes about to get the MVP award. So like,
oh Lord,
at Chris Baum on Twitter, hit me up there. That is all. Good night.
He's nowhere else.
I'm done anyway. So we can move on.
Yeah. But guys, on that note, it is about time to wrap it up. We are going to try to do our best to get this show kind of like wrangled back into normal times. All right, that's what we're going to try to do. I do have some changes coming for this channel as well as a couple shows. I'm working out a schedule. I'm going to be doing a daytime show as well as another evening show as well. So stay tuned for that. Shout out to Soren X hitting up that super chat. Thank you so much for the support. And Soren says, gaming magazine preview for Halo got me to get an OG Xbox. I've been hooked since I remember the OG Xbox releasing with the Model S controllers. Man, I love it. Bro, shout out to you with the controller S, because when I got my first OG, I had the hamburger controller, man. I had the original, the Duke, and I gotta say, man, I got big hands for being only 5'10", and I liked the Duke, man. I thought it was good. I liked the black and white buttons, face buttons, man. I thought those were good to have. But shout out to you and your trip back to thoughts about your OG Xbox, man. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the show. We are about to get into our intros, man. Like a 40-year-old with a come over.
Outros.
Outros. We do intros.
Oh, we're not doing another round. We're not. We got a whole other set of topics, man. No, we're not. No. All right.
Ain't you gotta work tomorrow?
So I do. I gotta go to work tomorrow. So let's get into these outros, man. Let's start with K Mega. We usually end with him. Let's start with K Mega tonight. Yo, Mega, what do you got for us, bro?
GRG podcast coming out here tomorrow night. The shenanigans, the filth, it'll all be there. The messy. That's mostly all dark. We ain't talking about everybody else.
It's all dark.
But anyway, go check us out at 8 p.m. Central Time. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's time, true time. It's 6 p.m.
Only you believe that, by the way.
It's the decent time, and then of course Satan's time will be 9 p.m. So Eastern. So yeah, come and check us out. We'll be doing some more streaming Saturday. I don't know what we'll be playing. We played Titanfall 1 and 2.
That was fun.
It was very fun. Playing Titanfall 1 was absolutely enjoyable, just crazy. And then Fight Night every Sunday night. I will be doing it a little bit early now since there's no more football. I'm sorry. The Super Bowl comes on Sunday night, so we'll be back at like 10,
you got one more game, bro. One more game.
Got one more game. So yeah. So I'll be back 10:30, but it's gonna be a blast. So check that out. And Devin the Gamer should be popping up next week, and so hopefully if we can catch a non-sleepy Pred, we might get him on to the show.
Oh shit!
So that'll be good.
Damn,
that's that Devin the Gamer +1 situation that's going on now, right? Bringing somebody in there.
50 episode 50.
I'll make sure I'm asleep for that.
Yeah. So,
I think Pred will be awake for episode 50 though.
We might.
Obviously.
I don't know.
Nice. Let's see. Crispy's already gone, so that's out of the way. Let's go to the angry otter himself, Yo Dark. And I just want to remind you that there's a group of people out there that absolutely hate you because you purchased a video game. And on that note, outro, please.
Yeah, you guys can find me on Twitter, Dark Anonymous. You can also find me on Xbox and PlayStation at the same name. And as always, Bot, it's been a good one, man.
It has, and I'm lighting my torch right now, and I'm gonna grab my pitchfork with the other hand, and I'm on my way to your house.
Gross.
Just to let you know, just because
he left himself so wide open.
You bought that dirty video game. You bought that wizard game, man. I can't believe.
Oh man, and God forbid that I did that.
All right, man. Let's see, Sir X-Man. You are the man who did not fall asleep tonight on the show. So, it's your outro, man. What do you got to tell people, bro?
Nothing. See you on GRG tomorrow. That's it.
You coming on the show tomorrow?
Didn't he say he was going to take some time off, bro? Like, I heard that.
And I also have GRD tomorrow. Sorry.
I had something happen to me. I'll tell you after the show, Xbox.
Oh man, that's funny. I better stop talking. I better stop talking shit before I wind up being with like 2 people on the podcast, like I did a couple of months ago.
Really? Sir X-Man lost money to one-legged hookers again. I know that's what happened. And dude, you got an unhealthy. You have an unhealthy obsession with one-legged hookers. I just want to let you know that. And I know we haven't talked about that.
A lot of flexibility.
Well, I try to make them feel good.
This is now an intervention for the amount of obsession that you have.
Can he hear me talking?
Yes, I can hear you, but
I'm just making sure.
But I like my voice more. I don't know. It is what it is. But yo, let's see. We got everybody.
Sleepy Man. No, you forgot Sleepy Man.
Yeah, I'm sitting here like wide awake, waiting.
Did you want to do an outro, Fred? I don't know.
You talk shit about me falling asleep at the show, talking about a fucking topic, and then
I'm sorry, man. See, that's what I get.
You put me last.
That's what I get for talking to Sir X, man. Like during the outros, man. It's my fault.
That means he was gonna totally forget about you, bro.
Yeah, damn. I was, and it's all Sir X Man's fault, by the way. But Fred, what do you got for an outro, bro?
You pushed me last on the topic of Halo, then pushed me last on the outro, knowing I was fucking tired. Instead of just being like, yo, man, this dude's been since 2 o'clock in the morning. Let me get him out of here tonight.
I am an insensitive fucker because I didn't even think about that.
I don't have an outro. I'll see y'all next week.
Yeah. Guys, on that note, I hope you had as much fun checking out the show as we had doing it live for you. We are here every Thursday, and Crispy's not here, but of course that is prime time. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and we will see you next week.
Maybe.
For the next podcast. Yeah. Well,
Hey man, if
everybody
Chris,
said my
if,
audio sound great, man. We good.
if the Chiefs lose the Super Bowl, you think we're gonna see Crispy for a little bit?
No,
Nope.
he's gonna be crying, and he doesn't want anybody to hear him cry.
That's
I know
Time to
Craig.
get over it.
I know
Yeah,
Craig
it's
was
not
happy you took 2 weeks off after what happened to the Cowboys.
Oh, and we're going to the outros later.
Smoke in the air, pure gasoline. I see the news, see what you read. Change gotta come, put that on me and watch me educate. Yeah, we been could've started, but it's never late. Do it for my kids, yeah, let's set it straight. Do it for your kids, gotta set it straight. It's time to regulate. We need change now. We need